And I think I'm live. Yay! Yay, it connected. I was having a little YouTube issue there, and I think we are live and everything is connected now. Hi, Kathy, Melissa, Corinne. How are you guys today? I'm a couple of minutes early. I'm just going to make sure that we have sound and see if I can pull up the live on my Facebook so I can see Facebook chatters. Let's see. There we go. Found it. Melissa, Corinne. Well, let me turn that sound down because we don't want to hear me echo. Found it. Maybe. There we go. Hey, Raylan and Louise. Hey, Shirley. Swirly Shirley. We have a Zoom tomorrow. We got a fun Zoom tomorrow. We're going to get into some paint. All right. Hi, Kelly. Waiting for a few more people to come on. Hey, Hershey Queen Lisa. Indiana. Hi, Ann. All right, I think everything is ready to go. Guys, I'm going to play the intro and then we're just going to go ahead and get started. Yay! Yes, yeah, you're going to raid your granddaughter's stuff, Swirly. I hear you. I have quite a few paints too, so it's time to start using some of them. I haven't done a sign in a while, so it's going to be some fun. I love doing signs. I haven't even had lunch yet. I did have breakfast. I'm back on my diet and doing my morning walks and things like that, walking on the beach, so getting back in shape. This is our calendar, and we are getting towards the end of our March lives. We got a couple next week. We're doing our Freebie Friday design today, and we're going to use we're going to cover the featured items, but we're going to actually create a card base, and I'm going to let you guys select your images that you want to use for that. I will show you the card that I created, and we're going to make the base because you can use this base for anything. Tomorrow, if you are a Patreon or Ko-fi Zoomer, we will be Zooming at 11 a.m. Eastern Time to create a sign. So join us for that. You should have your supply list. Everything is listed over on craftingwithapril.co on your Zoomers tab, and you should anticipate any needs that you might have. Thank you, Kathy. I love taking the pictures and sharing them. I try to find a different picture on each one of our walks because we walk different routes, and I try to take a different picture. The only time you'll get the same ones is like when I walk my apartment complex here, because you don't want to see pictures of apartments, but we do have some nice common areas. So when it may rain, I walk that. So, all right. Sunday, Cricut's new sale. So if this is Reveal the Deal sale this week, guys, and it ends Saturday night at midnight, Mountain Time. So make sure that you're getting in there and grabbing all of those things on the Reveal the Deal, because Access subscribers right now are getting 40% off of maker-only materials. So it's time to stock up on those, and don't forget to check clearance and bulk. Make sure you get those blades in bulk and those mats in bulk. Save a ton. Use our group code and get that extra off. Let me get you guys a link for anybody that may not have it. And I thank you for shopping my links. Remember, if you don't, the group code is Craft Happy. If you click on my link, I will earn a small commission. I greatly appreciate that. And it helps support the group and the YouTube channel, and allows me to be able to do this for you full time. The group code is Craft Happy. All one word, Craft Happy. All caps or all lowercase, doesn't matter. And just so you know, if you click my link and then you leave the page and you go somewhere else and then you go back, it doesn't count. You have to click that link when you go in and complete your transaction, or it does not count. Okay? So I appreciate that, guys, if you're a little mindful in using those. How far do I walk, Shirley? I try to walk a minimum of 5 miles per day. It depends on where we leave from. Sometimes I leave from my friend's house and we walk across the Granada Street Bridge and back, and that's like a 10-mile walk. And sometimes we drive over to the bridge and then walk it and walk back, and it's about a 4-mile walk. So I try to get in a minimum of 5 miles a day. 5 miles. All right. And don't forget giveaways, guys. Now, our giveaway ended last night, and we drew. Diane won a Bright 360 tabletop lamp. Diane's S. Because I'm not going to, I can't pronounce her last name. I'll slaughter it. And Aziza Kadir, she won a Explore Air 3. I can't talk today. What's wrong with me? So, it sounds like a lot, Shirley, but really it isn't, because the walk is so pretty that you just don't realize you're walking it. So, all right. I think that covers just about everything, except saying thank you to all my supporters and my admin and moderators. Greatly appreciate you guys. Couldn't do any of this without you. So, let's jump on over and take a look. You used to walk your dog not that far. Yeah, my dogs couldn't make it. I have one with bad legs. So let's jump over and take a look at featured for today. Well, if I can get over there. Images. There we go. I'm going to click on images. And right here, featured images. There's 127 featured images this week. I really love this Ukraine with the blue flowers. I think it needs a little bit of yellow in it, though. But I don't know. Maybe some change, use the contour and change some flowers out to yellow. It would be really pretty. Lots of, I love this little gnome right here. Love him. The baseball dad. We got to start thinking about our Father's Day. It's coming up in June. I know it sounds early, but it's right around the corner. Christmas in July is right around the corner. It's sneaking up fast. So, I love this when I do my own stunts. I'm the only one I know that can trip up the stairs. But I do. Let's see. Love this little rabbit right here too. Mandala, that's one in there. I just saw this. I don't know if this was in there last week, but I thought that was pretty cool, that barbed wire butterfly. It's different. We don't have a lot of that stuff in Designspace yet, so that really caught my eye when I was scrolling through. A few of these were in here last week because we played with some of them. But we have 127, like this one too, for Easter. And we used this on a card last week, or I did. Can't remember. Maybe it was 2 weeks ago. We did that one. Taco. I think Louise did a taco card last week. The tacos in there. Lots of stuff. This is my appealing t-shirt with a banana on it. That's cute. So 127 there. Recently added. Love these, guys. We have the birthday girl queens in here. Love, love, love. All the months are in there. In different styles. Super cute. And here you see some of the Christmas stuff is starting to pop up. I'm telling you, Christmas in July is just around the corner. Hey, Kathy Ann. Kathy Ann was one of our giveaway winners in February. So, guys, make sure that you're watching in April for that new giveaway. April the 1st, a new giveaway will come up in the featured pinned post in the Facebook groups. And if you're on the email list, you'll get an email about it, too. Yeah, the taco card was awesome. I am loving... I don't know why, guys, but I am on a foiling kick. I am just... I can't seem to part with it. I have done so much foiling in the last couple of weeks that I've just fallen in love with it again. I took a break from it for a while, but it's become my new love again. So I've been... And I did some on today's card, too. But you can use your pens and draw. You don't have to foil if you don't want to. But I think some of these images are going to be gorgeous. I'll click on, I'll save that and come back. And we'll go and look at some of the things that are on that. Here's some more Christmas popping up. These are cute. Christmas Eve box. Why is that one in there twice? Do they say something different? It doesn't look like it. I don't know why it's in there twice. Got some labels in here. The lambs are in here. These are, or the sheep, I should say, not lamb. Some phrases. And these rabbits are cute, and they have them in different styles. They have them in the black and whites and in colors right here. And I was really tempted to use that today, but here's another one of those. This is pickler weed here. I'm loving that whole cartridge, I think. It just grabbed my attention when I was looking in here. Here's some more taco stuff. Easter bunny. These rabbit, here's the one where it's not done, where it's just the outline. Remember we contoured last week and you could go in and contour those. This one's really cute too. I think that one's my favorite. There's some more of the sheep. My favorite color is Christmas lights. Here's another one with the lily pads on that. Super fun. I think some of these we saw last week. Here's some more Express Mail North Pole, some more Easter eggs. Here's some of those bunnies in the color here. And the sheep. They're outlined too. You saw those up above. They have them in the color already colored for you. But lots of stuff in there. 586 images in all this week. 586. And some of them are duplicated from last week because I remember seeing them. I love this bee. That would be good with a sunflower theme. Nope. For our gnome lovers, we got a nope. And I saw him in color too, so that's the outlined one. Super cute. There's those lily pads done more at an angle. I think I like that one better. And the water lilies. Some more of the Ukraine. Anything jumping out at anybody? Getting any ideas about what you could use on your swing card? And we saw these last week. All of these, I think. Yep, that's the end. Hey, Beverly. Yeah, the yoga sheep, those are cute, Shirley. I think they would make a really cute card. Have one in the one yoga position and one in another yoga position on this card would be so super cute. Super cute. So keep that in mind. That's a good idea. And the bunnies, you could do the bunnies too. These are so cute. Here's one of it in just the one color here. But yeah, they've got them in all the yoga poses. Love. Oops, I didn't mean to click off of that, but that's okay. I'll click on it here. These are some of my favorites. There we go. There's 56 images on this one. The water botanicals. Loving these for foiling. Oh, they would be gorgeous on any card because you can detach it from its background, which is what I did with my image today. So let's go back. Free for the week didn't change. Image sets. Let me go back. Let me get rid of these. Don't need them. And I think the Simple Cut Botanicals is new. I think we saw some of these last week in Shabby Chic Laundry. I think we saw those. Here's the gnome one. I know we saw the Christmas Obsessed last week. And I think we saw the typography as well. The cute little bunnies, I don't know about. And this one. Maybe this is the one we saw last week. But several new images and recently added in there. So I'm going to pop over to the overhead. Hey, Marianne. Have fun at lunch. We're going to pop over to the overhead and I'm going to show you the card that I made. And we are going to create the base. Now, we're not going to put all the pretties in it like I did, but you can create the base on your own using any of the featured images. Because I have a surprise for you guys. We're going to do hashtag Freebie Friday. So y'all remember that, hashtag Freebie Friday. I'm not going to post it in the group. I'm just saying it on, so if you don't watch this video on Friday, you're not going to know about it. Okay, right? And next Friday, anybody that did it, that's with us, I'm going to give away a sunflower cutie. So anybody who doesn't have a cutie or wants an extra sunflower cutie, I am going to be giving it away. It has to be USA and Canada only, just because of shipping, guys. So, sunflower cutie for Freebie Friday. And what you have to do is you have to create your card and post it with hashtag Freebie Friday. And then I will pick a winner from what you guys create. And here's the card. This is just a joy insert, and I'll show you why I have that. But here's your card, and when you open it, it opens up and reveals, like I said, I've been doing some foiling. Okay, so this is a swing card, or one of many different types of swing cards, but this is what we're creating today. Okay. You're going to be creating your own images. I foiled my flowers and mirrored it so that it was going the opposite way on the inside. So lots of fun. And I just use a joy insert, or you can cut something that matches your card. That's what I use when you have something that opens on this side. Getting it back in the envelope, it can hang up, okay? So if you use something to help you pinch it down, then you can slide it right into the card. And it helps when you're shipping it to keep it from getting damaged. So let's pop back over to Designspace and make our card base. I do too. Like I said, I just fell in love with foiling again, and I just can't get away from it for whatever reason. I'm loving it. You can take... I'm going to say we'll give it to, when's our next Friday? I think it'll be April the 1st, won't it? Yep. Our next one will be April the 1st. So that gives you guys a week. Doesn't take long to make the card. And after I show you how to create this base, anybody that needs the base, if you can't create along with me today, I will share the base with you. You just have to add your pretties, okay? But in case you want to do this with a different shape or something, you'll know how. Because we're using a square today, which is the easiest to work with. Okay? So, let's go in. And the first thing you're going to do is you're going to start with your card base. So you're going to go to Shapes. And we're going to grab a square. Okay? And I'm just going to duplicate it a couple of times. Just in case. Because we're going to need a couple of them. So we have a few. I'm just going to slide them over to the side. Alright, so we've got our squares. You're also going to need... Oops, I didn't want to go to images. I will never get used to that. You're also going to need your score line. So let's grab one of those. And let's duplicate that a couple of times. Because you're going to need a couple of them for this card. And you're going to need another shape in here, or you can create one. And I'm going to show you. If you have access, you have this for free. So we're going to come down here into these cut lines. And we're going to grab that square one. Now, if you want to grab one of the other shapes, you can grab one of the other shapes. And it will count. If you want to use another shape for this Freebie Friday, hashtag Freebie Friday, you can. I'm not going to limit you to a shape. But this style card, okay? So now we have this piece. So now we have just about everything that we need to create this card right here on the canvas. Okay, Kathy Ann, have a good day. So the first thing we want to do is create our base. And our base, we're going to unlock it up here at the top, is going to be an A2 card. So we need to make it 8.5 wide. That's 8.5 inches wide, because when it's folded, it's 4 1/4. So we need to double that to make it 8.5. And then we want our height to be 5.5 inches. So we're going to make that 5.5. And then we're just going to lock it back. And I'm just going to change this to white so that we can see our score lines on it. And I'm going to change my canvas so that you guys can see that white square a little bit easier. Make it gray. Alright, so now we have our card base right here. You're going to come up to the positioning tool right here, and you're going to change it to the X position to 0 and the Y position to 0. And that's going to help you align your score lines and everything, because you're going to need those. So you take your first score line, and we're going to bring that in. And if it's not on the top, just arrange it and move it to the front so that you can see it. And you're going to change the size of that to the same height of the card. And that's going to be 5.5 inches, 5.5. You're changing that right up here by size. Okay? And we need to find center of the card. So, I know what the center of the card is because it's an A2 card, and it's going to be 4.5 2.25. Okay, so you can do it that way and position it right there in the center, or you can align center. Okay, and put it in the center. So you have two ways to do it. You can use your position tool, or you can use the align tool and put that right in the center. Okay, and I'm just going to group those for right now. That way, if you want to move it out and check it, you can do that, but you really don't need to. So the next thing I need to determine is how big do I want my swing out to be on this swing card, because you can use any size that you want, really, but I find that the 2.5 inch is pretty good. So I'm going to change this to 2.5. All right, and arrange, and I'm going to send that to the front so that we can see it. This is going to be the base for making my sentiments and everything else on, so the cut size. So actually it's going to end up being smaller. This is the piece that I want 2.5. So I'm going to rotate this 90 degrees. Okay, oops, let me send that to the back. There we go. And then I'm just going to flip it. Or you can rotate it 270. Yep, 270. I thought that was what it was. And then you're going to have to change the height of this depending on the size of this right here. And if I'm not mistaken, I went with 2.25. I think I went with 2.25. Okay, so I'm going to come over here and I'm going to unlock this, and I want my width to be, or my height to be 2.5. Okay, 2.5, because I want it a little bit bigger, because when I do my panel in here, I want a little cutout around it. Okay, so we're going to need that. So if you're doing a 2.25 panel for your decor, which is the white pieces on my card, let me flip over and show you so you don't get confused. Right here, we just added our score line for this right down the center, okay? And now we have this cut line right here. And we made that the 2.5. So then this needs to be a 1/4 inch smaller, so you have this cutout, so that you have a border around it, okay? That's what we're doing there. So let me pop back over. So we have that, we have it sized, and we know that it's larger, okay? We need to take another score line, and we need to divide this part of the card in half. So we know it's 4.25 on this side, 4.25 on the other, making it 8.5. So half of that would be 2.125, 2 1/8, if you divide it in half. So that's where this score line needs to be, is at 2.125 and the 0 position at the top. Okay, now we've made this 2.5 inches tall, and our card is 5.5 inches tall. So in order for that to be center, it's going to leave 3 inches unaccounted for. So if I take that and divide that in half, it's going to be 1.5 inches tall. Okay, so now I have 1.5 inches tall on the 2.125, and I am just going to duplicate it. That's all I need to do. I don't really need this score. I'm just going to duplicate the other one. And I'm going to bring that one in, and I'm going to place it at the 2.125. All right, so now I have everything accounted for. So I'm going to shift and hold my score line and select my card and align to the bottom. And that score line is going to move to the bottom. I'm going to hold this one, and it should be at the top. If it's at 0, it's at the top, but you can do the same thing. Shift and align top. And it shouldn't move because it's already there. Now I am going to select that score line and the top score line, and we're going to attach, and we're just going to group them right to the rest of the group. We're going to arrange and send it to the back so we can see this cut line. We're just going to bring that right over, and it should be probably right at the 1.1, something like that. Did I change my height? I did. So this is, this side of the card from this score line over is 2 1/8, which is 2.125. And you can grab your calculator if you need it. So it's 2.125. And you're going to subtract the height of this, which is 2.5 inches. .375. That's not right. I did that wrong. No. 1.25. Blah. It's 1.25. So it would be right there at the about 875, I think. You want to give it, you want to have it on this line, is what I'm trying to say. That's what I did. I started with the wrong number. So that is on the 2.125 line. I messed up my train of thought. So that's on, I've got 2.125. And this is 1 inch wide. So I need to subtract it. It needs to be at the 1.125. I did hit it. It is there. That's right. I did get it. Finally. I lost my train of thought. So you're going from this 2.125 section, and you're going to subtract the height, which is the 1 inch. I know it's saying width right now, but if I lock it back, it's actually your height. You're going to subtract that. So that's the line that you want that position on. That's where it starts, because this is what you're lining up. And once you've got it on there, you're just going to select everything, and you're going to align, center it vertically, and it should meet up in the corners right here with your score. At that point, you can attach everything. And now it's created. Yes, it will, Melissa. It will be saved. Now, those numbers can change depending on the size of your card or your bump out, whatever it is you're using. That's why I'm trying to show you guys how to figure where these pieces go, because this needs to be center of this section. Okay? Now, centering up your other pieces on this is pretty easy. We know that this half of the card is going to be 4.25 wide, and it's going to be 5.5 tall. Okay, that's the size of our folded card once it's finished. I'm going to arrange and bring this to the front. Okay, now this is 2.5 inches right here. I want this to be 2 1/4. I only want it to be 1/4 inch smaller. I'm going to select this square that I made the same size of the card. We're going to align to the top and align to the right. And we're only using that for sizing purposes right now. Okay? You're going to duplicate it, and this is going to be your color panel. So you can make, this is the one with my polka dots. I'm going to make it a 4 by 5 1/4 by unlocking it. And then I'm going to select the purple one and my dark gray. I'm just selecting it over here in the layers panel. I'm holding my shift key down and selecting those two pieces. And I'm going to align center, because I don't want that gray piece to move, but I do want that purple piece positioned in the center, because it's very important for lining up, and I'll show you that in the overhead in just a moment. It's very important to line that piece up, okay, on there before you do this piece, because this piece is going to need to be center of the card in order for it to be covered when it's closed. So that is why we're doing that. Okay, and I'm just going to duplicate this because we're going to be using this a couple of times and I won't have to change that one. So once I have that, I am going to change this to a score. This will help you when you go to put your card together. And I'm going to select the score line and the purple piece and align center. And then we're going to attach. And then that is that panel for that side of the card. Okay? And that's going to help you. And I promise I'll show you in just a minute how that's going to help you. So now we have this one, and this is the piece that goes here that you can put your sentiment on. This is the piece that I foiled. And it will line up right dead square of that center. Right dead square of that panel there. So that when you close the card, it's completely covered. Okay, and I'll show you how to line that up. This piece we are going to change, and we want it to fit in this area. We know it's 2.125, so we're going to take a 1/4 inch off of that, making it 1.875. And 5.5 height is good. And then that is going to be our other color panel that goes right here. Oops, I forgot to change my height to 5.25. Oops. 5.25. 5.25. Okay. So now this will fit into this position here. Now you need to duplicate this piece because it's the same size, and that is going to go on this panel. I'm just going to change the color of that base so that you guys can tell. We'll make it the darker purple. There we go. So that's where that piece will end up. Okay, and then you're going to have another one, so you're going to duplicate it again, and that's going to be your front piece. Okay, so now you have all of the elements of it except your banner, whatever it is that you may want to use to put your sentiment on, thank you, whatever. You can use whatever you want for your sentiment. We're just doing the base today. All right, so we can basically get rid of that one. Now you're set up. So let's pop over to the overhead. Now that you're watching that, you see that, keep that in mind, and I'm going to show you where all of those elements are on the card. So the white squares we just made, here's one that glues right to the front. Okay, you're just going to center it up and give yourself a little bit of a border. Then you're going to fold this back. You're just going to fold everything, the main part of the card right down the middle, just like you would a normal card. Then you're just going to fold this piece back and score it right there. The white goes right there on the center. And then any type banner that you might do, you're going to put that right down here below. Don't get it up here too close so that your card doesn't open. If you block that swing, it's not going to work. Okay? Then you put down your panel here that we just made and your second square. Then you're going to take this card and you're going to close it. You're going to take this panel right here. Go ahead and you can go ahead and glue this panel onto the scored area. Go ahead and glue it on. Then put your glue on the back, and with this closed, slide it in there and make sure that it's lined up. Okay, that it lines up even, and before your glue sets, make sure that it's even with the top up here. Okay, you can give yourself just a little bit of room because you can hold this up and slide it under just to make sure that it all lines up. So that's what that score is for. Once you have, you can put it in before you glue this piece on if you want to and line it up by the score, or you can put this piece on and then line it up by that piece. Okay, super easy. Do you guys want to put the banner in and show you how I did the thank you on this? Or are you good? Do you need help with that? Anybody? Because I did kind of curve to the banner on that. Oh, thanks, Melissa. And again, you can do this with any shape. Even though we did it with a square, your numbers are going to be the same as long as it all meets up. Okay? As long as everything meets up, then you've got everything that you need there. It just has to meet, your scores have to meet the edge of whatever shape that you use. And in Designspace, you have several shapes you can work with. You want to see how to do the banner, Melissa? Okay. It only takes a minute, so I will pop back over. All right. So, again, don't forget when you're looking in... Oops. I will never get used to it, guys. When you're looking down here, you can use the circular shape to do this. You can do this rounded one. You can use the geometric or the hexagon or the square. So you've got all these open-ended shapes. You could do the triangle too. I don't know. I've never done the triangle. It might turn out really cute. But you have all these open-ended. And that means that there's not another cut line on the side of that. These are great for that. And remember, I told you if you don't have access and you don't want to purchase those, you can still do the square. All you're going to do is go into your shapes and grab that score line. You have a little bit more math doing it that way. But you're just going to get that score and you're going to change it to a basic cut. And then you're going to make that your 2.5 and get it right there on the line. And then you're going to duplicate it and rotate it 90 degrees and make it the width that you need it to be to meet up between the two. Okay? And then you'll duplicate it and put one down here and you'll attach them all and then line it up. So you can essentially create the square without that. Okay? Just by doing those. And everybody has the score line. So you can still do this card if you don't have access, and it won't cost you anything. Alright? And make sure you attach those and then line them up. Okay? And you'll want them to meet in the corners. I just sloppily threw those in there. Alright? So, if you don't want to use the open-ended shapes, then you can do it that way. To get the banner, I did go into the shapes, and I grabbed that banner right there. Okay? And I figured out what size I wanted it. You can figure anything out that you want in there and get it the size that you want. And I changed the color of it and made that my base. I then selected it and went into the offset. And I made myself an offset, an inset instead of an offset. And I made it, I don't remember. I think I made it like minus 0.808, something like that. Whatever works for you. There we go. So once you see it in there and you like the way it is, you're going to hit apply. Okay, and then I changed that one to the white so that I could see it and see my foiling because I added foiling. And then I took the shape off to the side and I got my text and typed thank you. And I just went ahead and just changed it. You can change it to any writing font that you want, but I just went with what the Cricut Sans. I just went with that. And I sized it down and brought it up onto my banner. Okay, and that T's a little big. I'm just looking at the T at this point to see how it fits in there. Oops, I didn't want to change the size of that. There we go. So I just put it in there where I thought it should be. And then I went up to my curve tool. And if you're on mobile, you will not have a curve tool. You'll have to do this by hand. And part of this you have to do by hand. But I just went ahead and started my curve. And I curved it upward. Just slightly. And then I brought it down and I ungrouped it. I selected the word you and grouped it back, the word thank, and moved it up on there. got my curve going, and then I just kind of spaced those letters in there to kind of follow the curve. You don't want to get them too high. And you may even have to rotate a letter just slightly to get it in there to look like it's curving on the banner, okay? You may have to just tweak it just a little bit. So I got that one in there, and then I brought the word "you" up, and I ungrouped that, and I brought that Y over just a little bit. The O, you don't have to tweak at all, but that U needed to be turned to the right a little bit and spaced out some. So I got it like I basically wanted it, and then I pulled that out of the way, and I attached those letters, and you can detach them too if you need to make a change. And I brought it in just a little bit. Bring that back up. Get it like you want. Oops, I forgot to attach my thing. And attach. Now I worked with it a little bit longer, so you're going to have to work with it and get it exactly like you want. And then I just kind of rotated it in there a little bit. I got that a little high. Bring that back down. There we go. So once you have it like you want, I'm going to attach those. That looks pretty good to me. Maybe bring that down just a little bit. So that's basically what I want. So then I select it all and attach, and then I brought the two together, aligned, center, and attach. And then that's going to give you the little bit of the wave in the word that you want, because you can circle and go up or down, but sometimes when your banner goes up and down, it makes it a little bit difficult. Now you can try to curve the two words individually, but whenever I do this shape banner, I always find, and I've still got my T a little bit high, I always find that I have to ungroup them and tweak them anyway. So I just kind of get it started and then play with them. And if you get to looking at it and you don't like it, all you have to do is detach, select the word, detach it again, and just play with it till you get it like you want it on there. And then you can just attach and attach. Okay? You didn't realize that shape was for cutting, Kathy? Yeah, the open-ended shapes, that's what they're for. So yay, I'm glad you guys learned something on that today. Yay. It's all worth it if somebody learns something. So super easy and simple. I'm going to save this, and let's do hashtag Freebie Friday. That's what I'm going to name it. I'm going to save it. And I am going to go into my project, and I'm going to go down and edit this project to everyone and save. It is now in the Cricut community. So if you go to the Cricut community and you search, you will find it. And then you can go in there and customize it. Post it in the group with hashtag Freebie Friday, April the 1st, and I will give away a cutie. I will select a winner. I will get me some people to look at your cards and tell me which one they like the best, and that's the one I'm going to pick. So there's the link to it. I don't know. I guess you guys can click on that and get it. Who doesn't know how to search the Cricut community? We can cover that really quick. Oh, you're welcome, Marianne. you can go to home and you can come in here. I think you can search it from here now. We're going to try it. And type crafting with April. And let's see. It's going to bring up lots of stuff. But there's crafting with April. So you can click on it. And when you click on that right there, there's your card. Boom. Okay. Have fun, Marianne. You sold all your cuties for your mug press, so you need to win a cutie then, Kathy. So super easy way to find the card. So if you can't click on that link and get it to open, then you can. I am going to go back and take that. I am going to go in and take that curve out of there because I don't know if it kept it. Because I know if they're on mobile, they can't open it if they have curved text in there. So I'm going to go back to my projects. I've just run into that before, and I'm just going to take out the text so that it's a full blank, and you guys can make it anything that you want. There we go. All right, and I will add the photo of my card in there so you guys have something that you can go by to look at if you need to figure out where a shape needs to go. So I will take a photo of this and place it in the, so that you can find it in the community and you can see what it looks like so you'll know what to do. All right. And then you can do your envelope stuffer piece so that it goes into the envelope easier. And protects it if you put pretties on the front. Yay! So I want to see you guys make some swing cards this week. Okay? Yay, Linda. Thank you. We do this every Friday. We're going to lay out something. It may be iron-on. It may be a card. It could be anything. We'll figure out some type of project. I will try to teach you guys something out of DesignSpace every week so that you can learn to use all your tools to the best of your advantage. Because this is the key to success with your Cricuts, guys. Learning DesignSpace. It is the key to everything. All right, so cutie up for grabs. Get those cards posted by April the 1st when we go live at 1 o'clock, and we'll pick something. If anybody has any questions or you get stuck or you think of something that you didn't ask during the live today, post it in the group. Happy to help. Myself or the moderators or admins, somebody will help you, including even another member. I'm giving it just a second for chat to catch up. All right, guys. You have a great weekend. Stay safe. And happy crafting. I will catch you on Sunday with Sunday sales. I will do a short little tutorial with my picks. That is if it comes out in time. I have something to do Sunday. If not, it may be late Sunday evening. But I will post out what my picks are. Either in a small short video, or I will put it in the featured pin post. Oh, yay, Kathy. I'm so happy. I love to teach. I hope that everybody learns something. All right, guys. Happy weekend. Happy crafting.